The NBA playoffs has by far, without a doubt, been like one of the closest and probably best we've seen throughout all of NBA history. The main reason I say that though is because if you look through NBA's history, right, half of the time it's dominated by a dynasty. Celtics, how many years was it straight? Like 7 or 8 at least. Then you had the Bulls run the 90s, the Lakers run the 80s. Yeah, it was close between the Celtics and Lakers in the 80s. Now, obviously, yeah, it was close, but at the end of the day, the fans back then probably knew who was going to be in the finals. Right now, there's so many predictions and so many teams that could end up being in the finals that you just don't know how it's going to go. The only time frame I really think was remotely close to what it is now, and how close, the playoff picture is probably from '07 to 2014. Now, even then, it was sort of close because I'm pretty sure the Lakers, Kobe and the Lakers went to 4-3 straight finals. That was probably the closest we've seen the NBA until the 2020s. Because so far in the 2020s, the playoff pictures have been wild. Especially these past 2 years. Although I said that time frame was close to now's playoff picture, it was, but it wasn't. Because although back then you didn't know who was going to win the finals, kind of like how you knew Jordan was most likely going to win the finals, or, Magic and the Lakers. But it was remotely close, kind of, just because there was, 4 or 5 teams contending. And since you knew there was 4 or 5 teams contending, you probably definitely knew that the other teams were completely out of the picture. They were kind of just filler teams for the playoffs, really. It is what it is, but compared to now, you never know. For example, Game 1, Miami versus Cavs, the Heat were in it for a good damn near all the quarters until the Cavaliers caught fire with a good 6 minutes left. And to me, that's crazy because you're looking at a Heat team who doesn't really have a true identity. Their offense doesn't stand out. Their defense doesn't stand out. They're kind of just there. And to keep the first seed, who we, most of us thought, oh, they're easily going to, go to the finals. For them to keep up with that team for, 3.5 quarters is crazy. Now, obviously, the competition in the playoffs is probably the best we've seen. Not to mention the competition, but we're seeing a great playoffs because we got a mix of young talent, Shea, Luka. We also have the old people. The old people who are on their way retiring, who we want to see win some more. As a Warriors fan and someone who grew up with, that generation of basketball, I would absolutely love to see another Curry versus LeBron series. And not only that, but there's just so much going on in the playoffs. Whether that's watching the Warriors versus Rockets, obviously there's some tension there. Even watching Timberwolves Lakers, Ant, saying to a fan his dick is bigger than theirs, that's kind of crazy. There's also all the Pistons fans making fun of Jalen Brunson for his head snap flopping and shit. Shea's giving absolute BTA on the Grizzlies. I know Tatum got injured a couple days ago. I don't know if he's playing tomorrow because I know the Celtics and the Magic have a game, but we'll see. And I saw tonight Hallie and Dame were getting into it, which, I'm pretty sure they've already gotten into it. At this point, the Bucks and the Pacers really have a rivalry because obviously that whole thing with the game ball, the play-in win, I forgot who won that again. I think it was the Pacers. I think they met in the playoffs before too, and the Pacers beat the Bucks. But I don't know. At that point, they have a rivalry. And the best for last is the fact that Kawhi looks great. Obviously, he missed a lot of time during the regular season. No one knew if he was going to come back. He came back, played like shit for a while, and then he started playing good again. And he's been playing great for the past like 5 or 10 games. And obviously, we have that Zubac versus Jokic matchup. That series is for sure the best series throughout the whole entire playoff bracket right now. Now, clearly, the playoffs has been some shit. Within, like 4 days of it starting, it's been great already, and I'm waiting to see the outcome for most of these series, bro. Anyways, see y'all boys later. Peace.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it.